All right, in 2 days, we're going to be hiking on the Foothills Trail.
Yes, sir.
So we're getting all of our gear ready, get our backpacks ready, and so there's a little sample of what we're taking. We'll go through it all here in just a few minutes, but got a bunch of it laid out here on the pool table too. Here we go. All right, we're at Table Rock State Park. Here is the sign for the Foothills Trail. And this is where we're going to be ending. And we just dropped off Wade's car here so that on Friday we can pick it up and drive back. So, and Noah just tore up Sister's bathroom apparently. That's where we ate breakfast today on the way up here. There it is, the sign for the Foothills Trail access, and this is the one in Table Rock State Park. And if you're starting in Table Rock, we're going to be finishing here, but all hikers must register here. This is the Nature Center. All right, here is the map for the Foothills Trail. All right, we're still at Table Rock State Park, and there's a sign. Oconee is 76 miles from here. So tomorrow morning we'll be starting at Oconee and then heading here. It's the day before we start our big hike on the Foothills Trail, and we're doing a little minor hike here. We dropped our car off in Table Rock. That's where we're going to be finished, and so we're doing a little 2-mile hike just to warm up our legs. And it's crazy, about a couple months ago they had some big fires here, and so we're walking through that area right now. So I don't know if you can see it, but in the background is a lot of things that were burnt, and so that was kind of sad. But big fires here not that long ago, but it's good to see some green is already coming back. So tomorrow we'll be starting at the other end on Oconee State Park, and this is where we'll be finishing up. So tomorrow we'll have our backpacks. This is just a nice leisurely hike, and with the family. Erica's going to drop us off tomorrow. She won't be joining us, but she's joining us on this little hike right now. So here we are, Table Rock State Park. We just finished our warm-up hike here at Table Rock. Tomorrow we're going to be heading to Oconee. You can go ahead and hiking back here. So we're saying goodbye to Wade's car, Blanco, and we will see it again on Friday. So goodbye, Blanco. This is the morning of our hike. We're getting ready to leave here in about a half an hour, and my wife made a spread. We got scrambled eggs, gravy for biscuits and gravy. And here's the biscuits. We're gonna eat good. Who knows how we'll eat on the trail. We do have steaks and potatoes for tonight, so that should be good, but we got a good meal here before we go. Also some orange juice jelly, getting some carbs in there for the big hike. All right, it's June 2nd, 8:23 in the morning. We are in the car on our way to Oconee State Park.
Yes, sir.
Oconee.
Let's do this.
We're gonna start the Foothills Trail. So you
Tired.
Evan's already tired. Wade spilled all his biscuits and gravy on himself this morning. And Noah is scrolling through Twitter because, well, he won't have internet or cell coverage probably for the next 5 days. But anyway, when you do the Foothills Trail, you can either do it from east to west or west to east. And so we are doing it from west to east, starting at Oconee and going to end up in Table Rock. It is 76.2 miles, but with some of the spur trails that we're going to do, we're probably going to be getting over 80 miles in the next, what, 4 or 5 days? 5 days, probably. So that's the plan. We'll see you on the trail.
Here y'all are.
We're beginning of the Foothills Trail at Oconee State Park.
Oconee State Park,
South Carolina.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Woo! Let's do this.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
Okay. Have a good time, boys. Love you.
Love you, Mama.
Hey, we had a good time. Love you.
Here's the gateway to the Foothills Trail. We're going to cross this little road, and then the trail begins. 76.2 miles. Plus a little bit more for side trails.
And they're off.
We start off.
I've got to laugh, okay? Bye. Love you, boys.
We'll see you
Mwah.
It's foot traffic only.
Woohoo! Have a good time.
Every great journey starts with a single step. And we just started. But we've probably already taken 10 or 15 steps. But anyway, we started with a single step. So here we go. The Foothills Trail. South Carolina, into North Carolina, back into South Carolina, back into North Carolina. But we finished in South Carolina. So it's going to be a good few days. The Foothill Trails is pretty well marked with these white blazes on the trees. So they also have a lot of signage as well. So tough to get lost. Here's a little sign down here. Foothills Trail to the left. We've already encountered our first snake on the trail. We are not even a mile in yet.
No.
We're just trying to get it to move. And it just took off.
No, I launched it. Wait,
Oh my.
stick. It's trying to attack me. Oh, we can. It's gone. We can just walk past now. All right, now everybody go. Give me my.
All right, I'll try not to. All right, we're about 1 mile in. And the first little hiccup we had is, well, we did see a snake already on the trail. That black snake that we showed you earlier. And then second, we've already had to stop and adjust our bags already because our shoulders, the bags are just killing our shoulders. Not everyone, but Evan and I especially. Noah adjusted his while he was walking. But 1 mile down, 75 to go. All right, it's already getting hot, so time to take these off. How do I do it? There we go. Woo! All right, back to shorts.
Back to shorts.
I have to take my shoes off even. You don't have to keep filming all that.
Something about the Foothills Trail is that Bigfoot is here. And this is how I was told to attract Bigfoot. Bigfoot's gonna come around the corner now.
Oh, man.
All right, we are a little over 3 miles in. I think my biggest complaint is my shoulders. Backpack is killing my shoulders, and my neck is going to be stiff. May need a massage tonight. Don't know if any of the boys are going to be willing to do that for me though. So I may just have to take some Motrin. But we're trekking along, getting there. We are walking through a rhododendron area right now. Probably back in April, May. These things were all flowering. They would have been beautiful. But rhododendrons, great in the southeast. All right, we've almost been walking 5 miles. My watch says 4.7, and we're coming to our first crossing. Got a road up here. Maybe we're not crossing it. Maybe we're just gonna walk beside it. I don't know. Ah, we're not crossing. We're just going beside it, and then heading back into the woods. So, but first time we've seen a road, so that's kind of cool. There it is. That's another sign. We went a little over 4.6, but we got 71.6 to go this way.
This almond bar is awesome.
I don't really like Slim Jims.
I love Slim Jims. Want to get it to me?
Well, I'm going to try it. Maybe I'll like it now.
You'll like it on the trail.
I've never had this pepperoni beef stick.
I love beef sticks.
I love them.
This is one thing that I hate.
What?
Beef jerky and beef sticks like that, when they first were created, were supposed to be extremely cheap for people who just needed like quick protein.
Yeah.
For kind of lower
Expensive,
class people. And now it's completely flipped, where beef jerky, beef sticks are extremely expensive.
I don't understand it because they're so cheap to make.
Well, they just know that. I mean, they're healthy, so healthy food now just costs more.
Although they're ultra high processed.
True. But I'd rather eat
I want to get some
a
venison.
beef stick than some sugary candy ho-ho or something.
Yeah.
I want to get some venison, dehydrate it.
All right, last time was a false alarm, but this is our first road crossing. This is an actual road crossing. There it is, the road up there. But we're heading back into the woods on the trail. Got some pretty flowers here along the way though. Tiger lilies, I think they're called. And there it is, only 70.2 miles to go. All right, we came to the Waterfalls sign, so we're getting into the area with the Waterfalls. And apparently this is the, how do you say it, Chattooga? Chattooga River Corridor. Chattooga River Corridor. All right, we're taking our first little side detour. There's a sign up there that said there's a couple falls down this way. So we're finally ditching our backpacks, getting rid of those, and we're gonna head to these falls.
Let's do it.
We'll show you here in just a minute. All right, these are the first major falls we've seen, even though I don't know how major they are, but these are Pippin Falls. Scotty Pippin Falls, I guess. Beautiful place. Wade's leading the way with his Patagonia Trail running shirt. All right, we are hiking down to a waterfall, and it was a crazy hike down here. So I'm hoping it's worth it. Woo! Oh, wow. Wow.
Check this out.
All right, Wade is getting in the water. The Chattooga River. I think on the other side over there is Georgia, actually. And we're in South Carolina. So I'm going to flip this around and show you the waterfall here. All right, there's the waterfall right behind us. It is pretty cool. Nice big waterfall. Beautiful place, and we've got this whole area to ourselves. Super nice. I'm not sure I want to get in and get my feet all sandy and my underwear all wet yet, but one of these times I'm going to have to take a dip in this water.
Jump in the water here at the Chattooga River.
Hiking.
Woo! Baby, come on! Now go run towards the camera.
Man, my shoulders are hurt.
All right, we're doing good. We're about 11 miles into our hike. Trying to make it to Burles Ford tonight to camp. That's the plan. So I think we've got maybe, I don't know, 5, maybe 6 miles to go. That's the plan. All right, we've gone over 11 miles. We're all about to die. Maybe not Wade. I'm sore, but I'm not gonna die.
Back is sore.
But
My pack is still heavy.
packs are heavy, legs are sore, shoulders are killing us, but we're gonna press on. And I definitely want to get in that river at some point.
My shoulders are hurting. My feet are hurting. My hips are hurting. But look at that view.
All right, so we're at another spot on the Chattooga River, and a beautiful area. And I think we're gonna get in, cool off a little bit. We've been about 11.5 miles now. Mine says 11.65, and we got maybe 4 or 5 more miles to go tonight, but we need a break. It is 2:20 right now, so I think we're doing pretty good. So getting in the river. How long did it take you to get out to the sand though?
I mean, it's a little rocky to get out there.
I don't know how far I'm going.
Dad's back is looking ripped on camera.
I may just sit in here. Wow, we are definitely seeing some beautiful views on this hike. Foothills Trail is not disappointing today. Well, this is a beautiful part of the trail. Still got all these flowers kind of blooming. Most of the flowers have already fallen off, but here in this area, still blooming. And we are right along the river still. So really pretty walk today. All right, we're almost 14 miles in, and now we got these stairs to go up, and literally dying now. Mainly my shoulders, but tired, very tired. A couple more miles to go. All right, that was a hard day. We did over 16 miles, but we made it to Burles Ford's campground. We got the tents set up there in the back, and the boys are working on a fire over here, cooking supper. And I think, yeah, you can see the smoke. It's right over there. We got a little picnic table, which is nice. Got a little other campers that are over here. We haven't seen them yet, but they're there. There's a bear box behind our tents, and we just spent about, I don't know, 40 minutes filling up our water with our filtration system. So this is hard. This has been a tough day. I watched a lot of Foothills videos. They make it look easy, but it is definitely not easy. it's been hard. So we gotta eat tonight, get some sleep, and do it all again tomorrow. So gotta keep trucking one step at a time. All right, we are on the first night of our hike, and we are eating steak. Noah's got some. Evan's got some. Evans was the chef. We had to scurry around to find campfire wood. I think everyone in the camp is probably trying to find wood, and there was just not much. But we did find some, and now we're having steak. All right, we finished our steak about a half an hour ago, and now the potatoes are finally done, and they look delicious. So gonna snarf those down here in just a minute. All right, it's Tuesday morning, and last night was pretty tricky, pretty tough. This guy over here that I was sleeping with, probably about 30 minutes before we got to our campsite, we ran into this swarm of, I don't know if they were wasps or yellow jackets or hornets or what they were, but there was this tree falling down in the path, and we had to climb over it. And apparently this swarm was living in that tree, and so this guy was stung, and he started not feeling so good. But we made it to the camp. We cooked some steak and potatoes, and he really wasn't eating much. And then he just had to throw up. He did this power puking thing. So after that, he was feeling a little bit better. We made camp, went to bed pretty early, and so we're going to see how this day goes. I think Wade and Evan are already out there making some coffee. So it's going to be coffee time. I might have some hot apple cider though. We got the old jet boil going, making some hot water, and I'm gonna drink some apple cider, hot apple cider. All right, it's morning coffee time.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, what do you call a bear with no teeth?
A gummy bear.
A gummy bear. Got that one. It's a good one. Ooh, those eggs are looking good.
Alright, who's first split?
So whoever gets those can only eat part of them.
Because there's 4 in here. I'll make. Should have just made 3. Is this fine with everybody if they're a little runny like this?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I like.
Good.
Filling up water bottles is no joke. With this mini, it takes 2 or 3 bags of this to get this bottle filled up. All right, it's time to break down camp, roll this thing one more day.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Bags might be just a little bit lighter today, maybe.
Not mine.
Not mine, but Noah's.
Out of mine.
I didn't take really anything out of mine either, except a granola bar and a pepperoni stick and a little bit of nuts. All right, Evan was the first one to go take a little poo-poo while we've been here on the camp trail. How'd it go?
Don't go over there, man.
All right, Noah just came back from going number 2 in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
How was it?
The catcher squat did me well, but I don't know if I want to do that again.
All right, you guys ready? Campsite number 1.
Come on.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right, we're a little over 1.5 miles in today. We reached a big milestone. We're less than 60 miles away from Table Rock. We just passed through a little area where Evan got a text. So Verizon has some self-service. I checked it out, and AT&T still does not. So he's trying to let everyone know we're surviving. I don't know if it's going to go through or not. We're also in an area of rhododendron again. So love rhododendron. We're about a little over 3.5 miles in today. Just stopped for a little snack. We all got some trail names, and mine, guess because I bought my hiking bag from Temu for $19. My trail name is now Temu. Evan, he's right there.
Yeah, I got the nickname Triple H, otherwise known as Hungry Hungry Hippo.
He ate, what, 3 or 4 steaks last night?
I've been hungry on the trail.
Noah.
My nickname's Power P. Stands for Power Puke, which happened last night.
Yeah.
My nickname is Pace because I'm the one leading the charge, taking all the spider webs and pacing us for the day.
So those are our trail names. We're going to load our bags back up here and get going again. Let Pace lead the way. We made it to the Whiteside Mountain View.
Whiteside Mountain View.
All right, we just did another road crossing and heading back to the trail. 55.9 to go. Heading in here. Yep, we just keep following the white blaze. That's how we know we're still on the Foothills Trail. So always look for that white blaze. I'm guessing this is damage from Hurricane Helene that came through last year, that the trail conservatory has got cleaned up. Lots of areas where there are trees down. Most of them they've cut up, so they've cleared the path, but there's still some parts where you're jumping over trees. I will say the Foothills Trail does a good job with their bridges. Anytime there's a little stream or something you have to cross, they have those nice little wooden bridges, so good job. These little flowers are just all over the trail. All right, we just made it to the North Carolina state line. So crossing from South Carolina into North Carolina, I think we do that a couple more times, but this is the first time, North Carolina.
Man, North Carolina sucks.
All right, we just stopped for a little break. We've been hiking for over 5.5 hours today, and we have gained over 2,000 feet of elevation. So it's been a tough day. We've gone almost 11 miles, and we've probably got another, I don't know, we're going to hope to get another 6 or 7 in today, maybe. It is 2:45, so we got to get going. I just took a little 10-minute snooze. It was great. I'm not sure if you see it through those trees, but I think we're getting our first glimpse of Lake Jocassee. Beautiful. We'll get closer and show you more later. We're doing another road crossing, and we're in Nantahala National Forest. There's a sign way up there. Nantahala National Forest. And I guess here's a little parking area for people who want to start the trail right here. And Table Rock State Park is only 47.9 miles. Nice. All right, we made it to the White River. You can hear it down there. I don't know if you can see it through the trees, but it's beautiful. And here it is, the bridge over the Whitewater River. The Whitewater River. All right, we're along the Whitewater River corridor. This starts the Duke Power Plant section, but they have all these signs that we can't camp along here. So we were planning on camping along this river tonight, and this would be a perfect camping site. But no camping here, so we got to trek on. All right, so far we've done 31.4 miles from Oconee State Park to right here. We are along the Whitewater River.
The lower Whitewater Falls.
And Table Rock State Park is 44.8 miles to go. All right, so we made it to Whitewater Campground. There is a Whitewater River that's about a mile from here. We thought we were going to be stopping along the river, but we are out in the middle of the woods. There's no streams really or anything along. And so we thought we weren't going to have any water or anything tonight to camp with. But then we saw this little reflector. And so as we come down this trail, we found this. So that little thing here, and whoop, when you open it, just lost my, there is water in there. And so we're going to get that water and we're going to boil that up. So not bad, but definitely is going to need to be boiled. So no water here that we can get, but there's that little can. So we're going to use that tonight to cook with. Well, we just had dinner at our campsite tonight, and we had some barbecue in a can, barbecue pulled pork, and we had some potatoes. Cooked it all over an open fire. And this is kind of our low so far, day 2. I don't know.
Speak for yourself.
Well, that was the low, might have been last night when he was throwing up, but campsite tonight we thought would be on some water. There is a...
People who made the Foothills Trail are liars.
Yeah, this is called the Whitewater campsite, and there is a Whitewater river, but it's not... Yeah, it's about a mile away, and so really no water here, so that kind of stinks. But the nearest campsite is another 3.5 miles down the trail, and it's getting kind of late, so we're not going to be able to make it to that tonight, so we are here. All right, it's morning of day 3. Slept horribly last night. Just got up. There's still no one else in this camp, and Wade and I are on our way over to check our bag and see what's going on here. Hopefully all of our food is okay. All right, our food bag is still hanging up. Looks like it's been undisturbed, so that is good. It's definitely not high enough where it would deter a bear, I don't think, but luckily God was looking out for us, so we've got food still. All right, so apparently the weather is going to turn, it seems like, but it looks like tonight, starting about 4, it's going to rain, and then there's rain in the forecast for all day tomorrow. And so right now we are all meeting together and deciding whether we're going to keep going or not. And so we've just taken a blind vote, and if there is an O on the paper, we're going to keep going, keep with our hike. If there's an X, we're going to bail.
The votes are in.
The votes are in. Wade's going to go count the votes.
Oh my goodness.
Here.
First vote.
Wait. There's Noah, Evan. Everybody's voted. Are you all comfortable with your vote?
Nope.
No?
No, I think either way I voted, I was gonna have some regret.
All right.
The first vote. Oh. The second vote. Oh. The third vote. X. The fourth vote. Oh.
All right, so we just had the vote. We had decided, though, before the vote, if there was even just one X, we were going to call this thing, put a fork in it. And so we're going to leave Whitewater Campground right now. We're heading to Bad Creek Parking, and we're heading home. We did all agree that we're going to finish this thing at some point. We don't know when. I don't know if we'll ever get Noah back here again.
Oh, I'll be back.
He'll be back. But we're going to head out now. So, adios. All right, we made it to the Bad Creek trail access and parking lot. Here it is. This is a huge parking lot. got some porta potties over here, and we'll just be waiting for our ride. All right, well, Erica picked us up at the Bad Creek. We made it back to Table Rock State Park, loading our stuff back into Wade's car, and we're gonna head to Greenville, take a shower, and then we're going to Applebee's because we're fancy like Applebee's.
On date night.
So Noah and Wade got the all-you-can-eat chicken tenders, riblets, and shrimp for $15.99, but Evan and I got the classic sampler. Well, we just got off the trail, and our first meal here is at Applebee's, and it was great. Now we're heading to Jeremiah's. Calorie loading today. So when we started out on our hike on Monday morning, the weather called for clear skies, no rain or anything until Friday afternoon or evening. But when we checked the weather Wednesday morning, it said that there were going to be thunderstorms that evening. And here you can see by the radar that those storms happened. And so I guess we're glad we made the call to end our hike a little early. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.